We will start with a quick overview of Copilot for Microsoft 365. Then we will explore how it works. It is also important to understand the security and compliance implications of it. We will demonstrate Copilot features in action and take you through a real-world scenario. As the last topic, we will talk about the Copilot readiness assessment. Microsoft AI principles. So Microsoft integrates AI into its operation with a strong emphasis of ethics and responsibility. One of the things Microsoft really want to highlight is that your data is your data. Unlike many of other public large language models that fuel response for AI engines, the Azure OpenAI model is not trained by corporate data or by your data. So if you are logged in, as we are right now with your Copilot license, and you ask for something, the large language model doesn't use that information to train itself when it comes back and give us response. Everything inside your domain stays inside your domain. We will talk about how this actually works in a couple of minutes. Copilot in your favorite Microsoft applications. Copilot for Microsoft 365 transforms your Microsoft 365 experience. It does so by raising the range of applications including Outlook, PowerPoint, Excel, Word, and Teams, with integrated intelligent features and innovations. Copilot in Teams will provide you possibility to have more effective meetings, easily catch up on chats, and find information faster. Using Copilot in Outlook, you can start emails quickly, generate a summary, and catch up on long emails easily. Copilot in Word will assist you with drafting, adding to an existing document, writing text, generating summary. Copilot in PowerPoint can create, organize, and summarize beautiful presentations for you. Copilot in Excel will provide you possibility to go deeper with data, identify insights, and formulas generation. Copilot helps you to work smarter, faster, and more intuitively. It stands as your reliable assistant that improves productivity and collaboration. Copilot for Microsoft 365 is primarily designed to work with the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, searching through data in SharePoint, OneDrive, Exchange Online, and Teams. So today, when we take you through some examples in the demo, all that stuff is happening in the cloud. And it matters for a few reasons. First is speed, and second is being able to apply policies where they are needed. Copilot can only see data that you can see. If something, some place I cannot see, the Copilot cannot see it for me. If it's a private team I don't have access to, then no, Copilot cannot see it for me. It cannot see anyone's OneDrive unless the owner gives me permission to a specific file or folder. And that's a huge part of the security concern. So that's why we will go over the security and compliance section later today. To summarize, Copilot for Microsoft 365 operates within the cloud, accessing data only visible to the user, ensuring privacy and security. Okay, let's talk about how Copilot for Microsoft 365 works. Copilot receives an input prompt from a user in an application such as Word or PowerPoint. Copilot prompts are instructions or questions you use to tell Copilot what you want. Then Copilot preprocesses the input prompts through an approach called grounding, which improves the prompt to help you get answers that are relevant and actionable to your specific task. As the prompt can include text from input files or other content discovered by Copilot, and Copilot sends this prompt to the large language model for processing. Copilot only accesses data that an individual user has existing access to, based on, for example, existing Microsoft 365 role-based access control. Next, Copilot takes the response from the large language model and post-process it. This post-processing includes other grounding calls to Microsoft Graph, responsible AI checks, security, compliance, and privacy reviews, and comment generation. Finally, Copilot returns the response to the application, where the user can review and assess response. Copilot for Microsoft 365 use your organization data that you as an individual user have access to. For example, calendar, events, chats, documents, and meetings. It maps this data relationships by providing customized, relevant, and actionable information. Your data remains secure within the Microsoft 365 service boundary, following existing security compliance and privacy policies. Also, communication between your tenant and Copilot components is encrypted. To summarize, Copilot for Microsoft 365 elevates user input, accesses relevant data securely, and provides actionable responses within applications. Now we are going to discuss security and compliance in Copilot for Microsoft 365. Microsoft provides powerful security tools within its Microsoft 365 and Azure ecosystem to help organizations tighten permissions and implement just enough access. Microsoft has few products for security and compliance, like Microsoft Entra and Microsoft Intune for identity and management, Microsoft Defender and Microsoft Sentinel for threat protection and cloud security, Microsoft Purview and Microsoft Priva for data security, compliance, and privacy. To summarize, Copilot is integrated into Microsoft 365, automatically inherits all your tenant security, compliance, and privacy policies and processes. The attack chain diagram demonstrates how Microsoft tools work together to keep the organization secure and reduce the number of repetitive tasks for the security team. Microsoft offers a suite of integrated extended detection and response abilities that provide coverage across common attack chain, provides advanced threat detection with a focus on high-quality alerts as well as automated investigations and response. As these tools are designed to work together and include Defender of Office 365, Defender for Endpoint, Defender for Cloud Applications, Entra ID Protection, and Defender for Identity. Let's examine how Copilot for Microsoft 365 follows existing security, compliance, and privacy obligations. Copilot for Microsoft 365 follows few foundational principles. It's built on Microsoft's comprehensive approach to security, compliance, and privacy. Copilot for Microsoft 365 is deeply integrated into Microsoft robust security, compliance, and privacy framework, ensuring it adheres to industry-leading standards without compromise. This integration allows Copilot to leverage the latest advancement and updates in Microsoft security ecosystem, providing users with a highly secure and trustworthy experience. It is architectured to protect tenant, group, and individual data. Copilot architecture is designed to safeguard data and very level from the tenant level down to individual user data. By implementing multiple layers of security, Copilot ensures that data remains protected against unauthorized access, breaches, and other potential threats. This comprehensive approach fosters confidence in users that their sensitive information is always secure within the Microsoft 365 environment. It is committed to responsible AI. Copilot upholds Microsoft's commitment to responsible AI by prioritizing ethical principles and transparency in its operations. This dedication ensures that Copilot AI algorithms are fair and accountable and promote trust among users. By following responsible AI principles, Copilot aims to mitigate potential risks and maximize the positive impact of AI, enhancing productivity and collaboration with this organization. Copilot for Microsoft 365 only accesses data that user has at least view permission within the current user tenant, ensuring data security and compliance. It cannot search other tenants the user might have access to, such as tenant where the user is a Microsoft Enter B2B guest. When you enter prompts using Copilot for Microsoft 365, the information contained within your prompts, the data they retrieve, and the generated response remain with the Microsoft 365 service boundary. So Copilot can use data from your tenant. Next question is how to secure and protect Copilot interactions and data across Microsoft 365 tenant. You can use solutions in the Microsoft Purview compliance portal. Sensitivity labels. Label and protect your organization's data that is processed and generated by Copilot. Retention policies. Manage your data lifecycle by deciding how long to keep Copilot interaction and whether they should be deleted after a certain of time. Communication compliance. Capture Copilot integrations to review potential regularity and business conduct violations. Audit. Search for your audit records of Copilot interacts performed by user and admins. And e-discovery. Searches Copilot interaction content within your organization, process contain and export searches results for analysis. So your data will be secure in case you have configured MS Purview. Let's move on the demo of Copilot in Microsoft 365 applications. I will show you Copilot in Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Outlook, and Teams. Copilot in Word. So we have a scenario where our customer wants to migrate their on-premises infrastructure into Azure. We have a meeting with them in about 15 minutes, and I need to create a proposal and presentation. I have to get this proposal done in 15 minutes. I have blank document open. We have Copilot already enabled in our tenant. License assigned to my account. I can see small icon here and also a right-hand on top here. So let's start. I will ask to create a proposal using my notes, and notes I will take from file that I have created notes during the initial call with the customer. So let me choose it. And let's click generate and see what happens. Copilot for Word combines the power of one large language model with your Word content. To draft new content, you can use up to 3 files as reference. If you have permission or access to them in your organization, SharePoint or OneDrive. They can either be a Word or PowerPoint files. Copilot can rewrite existing content, adjust the tone, anything like that. As you can see, it's already generating something for us. Let's see what we have. So, as you can see, currently we have executive summary, current architecture, proposed architecture, benefits of the migration, estimated cost, and that's it. I can ask to generate to get some other content or make it more formal or any other requests. But I like this version and I will keep it. And give me a few seconds, I will show you the reference file. What I have created during the call, it's like small one, part is project notes. Here we have our project notes, just like few simple steps that I have get from customer during the call. Based on that, we get generated full proposal. Okay, let's go to the next step. Next, we will create PowerPoint presentation. So I have template, our company template, so I will use it. At least few slides need to be here, and I have Copilot icon here. I will reference to a file that we just created, create presentation from file, and it was number is called and tenant proposal. And let's wait a bit. Waiting for generation. Again, you can use reference files like we did, or just say, hey, create a presentation about Azure migration. It does have to be something you have already started working on. You can change it, the existing style of presentation. Okay, so we have presentation generated and some missing parts, but okay for now. Benefits, some estimates, tables. Also, I have a possibility to change in Designer some stuff here if I wish. I would prefer to keep something like this or like this, maybe or this one. And I can do the change for any slides. I like this presentation. I will save it on OneDrive and we'll go to next step. Okay, let's try excellent Copilot part. I have some report from marketing with campaign owner, name, launch date, type, budget, revenue, user targeted, and engaged users. So let's try to analyze this table and get more interesting info from it. So I have Copilot icon the same place. I can open it. It's saying that I need to select the table what I want to Copilot to work with. Selecting it, and let's try something really simple, like sorting by date. Let's see how it goes. And we just get data sorted. Of course, you can say that you can do it in without Copilot in few clicks, and I agree with you. But okay, let's try something more powerful. Let's ask Copilot to add additional columns based on formula and generate the formula for us. So when you are providing requests like that, you're getting formula itself. You can analyze it or correct if you need. I'm okay with it for now, and I will just put, okay, we get engagement rates. So I'm happy with that. We can also try some other prompts. Let's see data insight. Maybe we will get some graphic information or some additional information regarding this table. So let's see. And here it is, some engagement rates by launch date add. And we have additional sheet here, so I like that. And let's move to next step and let's touch Copilot in Outlook. Actually, my favorite part to drafting emails and reminders or like summarizing something. As example, I'm going to send a reminder email to our customers that we have meeting like in 5 minutes. Not this one. Where is my prompt? Here it is. Create a reminder mail for John, meeting in 5 minutes. Don't casual. Generate. Dear John, I would keep this version. Keep it and send it. That's it. Thank you.
Do you know if Copilot 365 is HIPAA compliant, Alex?
Yes, it's HIPAA compliant in case your Microsoft 365 tenant has all HIPAA compliant setting enabled and configured. So again, Copilot is just a service that can access data that your user can access to based on rules your security team implemented on your tenant. Nothing more.
So that's where the importance, if you're rolling out Copilot, of making sure that your security settings are in place for your other compliance, requirements or company guidelines is key, because Copilot is going to just kind of follow those same kind of guidelines. So ultimately, to answer the question about HIPAA compliance, and you can insert whatever compliance you want there. If you have your organization configured HIPAA compliant with the right permissions and limitations and protections in place, Copilot will, adopt those same exact protections. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate your time today.